Well, I don't know. Do I dare do a rant? Several things to be thankful for recently. Um, but also, I have to make sure that in the light you get the Tom Brady is the GOAT t shirt that I'm wearing. Because, of course, he is the GOAT. And all hail No Shoes Nation. Kenny Chesney is the best. And Tom Brady and the Patriots and the Buccaneers are the best ever. Everybody should support them. I don't know why you fools don't. Um, but yeah, it's going to be a short one, of course, solo it always is. But again, as I always say, I promise I have some guests. I actually have some guests booked. Probably going to do one this weekend. But got to go over, what was it? It was Monday night to Garrett and Kaylee's to see Levi after I got off work. And sat on their amazing back patio. I don't think I talked about this. Jesus, let me look at the topics of the last one I uploaded, but I don't. I think I went over there after the last one I did, which was Happy Birthday, Oscar. Right, a solo one, definitely. Oh, yeah, yeah. It was a birthday for Oscar, Foo Fighters concert, and Brenna Larson, who used my guitar to finish her set. So anyway, this happened after. Yeah, I got off work. Oh, shut up. I got off work on Monday and went over to their house. And Garrett and Kaylee bought a solo stove. They have an amazing covered patio on the back of their house. And they bought a solo stove. And God, I forgot. I have to do this. I have to ask Jason and Gwen. Because the solo stove itself is amazing, but it's just metal, so it gets hot. And I remember, if I'm right, that Jason and Gwen had a some kind of a cover that you put over it so that if somebody touches it, you don't get burned, especially since they have a newborn. So I'll reach out to them about that. But yeah, it was great just chilling out with them for a couple hours. They fed Levi and then gave him back to me afterwards, and he just curled up. I took a photo. He curled up in like a ball and just fell asleep right on my my right pec. And I was sitting back in a chair. Oh my gosh. And just had great conversation with Garrett and Kaylee for, I don't know, it might have only been a half an hour, but I feel like I held him for like 45 minutes or an hour, and he was just sleeping. He was just chilling out. Once he got fed, he was happy. And that was an amazing gift. So again, thank you, Garrett and Kaylee. Levi, I love you. And the poor baby dogs that they have, their three monsters, were actually pretty good. They are pretty much outdoor dogs now. So they were in the yard off the patio. And they were being pretty gosh darn good. It was actually nice. I had to throw the ball for Lincoln and Riley a few times. But for the most part, they just left us alone and let us visit. So that was amazing. The other thing I wanted to talk about was so my daughter is still on vacation with her friend Miriam, I believe. They're in Europe. Did some time in Greece, and I think they're in Italy now. And then on the way back, Chris is going to see her good friend Alina in Sweden. So that's awesome. But as things worked out and the way it happened, Kristen's friend Natasha, who I have met, and actually Natasha has been on my podcast, she needed to move out of her apartment. She was in Slabtown, Northwest Portland, but she needed to get out of there and find a place to stay. And the timing worked out where Kristen and Alex were like, yeah, we're at a place where we'd be happy to rent a room. So I went over there Tuesday after work. I get off early on Tuesdays. And I just text Alex and I'm like, hey, that's usually the nights that the band JC Proof rehearses there. So I assumed they would be there. Then I'm like, hey, do you mind if I just come hang? And he was getting over an illness, like he caught whatever cold is going around last week. But anyway, he's feeling better. And he was like, yeah, come over and hang out. So I went over, and it turns out that was the same night that Natasha had a friend that could help her load up her stuff to move over. So me and Alex just hung out. I think I got there like at, I don't know, God, 5:30 or 6. He came out and we just sat on the patio and hung out with Riley, and he brought his guitar out. We actually played together. Oh my gosh, I'm getting to the point where I can do the rhythm guitar part, and he's better than me, so he can do lead off it and just do some soloing and some awesome little riffs off of my 4 chord progression, whatever 4 chords I choose. And we had great conversation, played guitar, whatever. Heard some great, told me some great stories about his friend that's the singer of the band Susto. I think that's how you call it, or how you say it. Yeah, it was awesome. And then Natasha's friend brought her over a little bit later, and it was cool that we happened to all be there because me and Alex just jumped in and were able to help them unload. Made it real fast, and Alex was so sweet. He ordered, once he realized that she was on her way, he ordered some takeout delivery food so that she could have something to eat when she got there, help her settle in. And then Natasha shared the, I forgot this guy's name. I guess I should give him a shout out, even though nobody listens to my podcast, so it doesn't matter. But Logan's Food. So it's on Instagram, and I think he goes by, yeah, it's called Logan's, Logans, and he spells food Fewd. So Logan's Food. But he's got a channel, and he likes cucumbers, and he posts a bunch of videos of all these quick ways to use cucumbers and mix it with a bunch of other stuff that is super simple and easy to make an amazing cucumber dish with protein and everything else. So yeah, check it out if you have time. Logan's Food, Logans Fewd. So he spells food Fewd. And she shared it with me. And just so happens that Chris and Alex, their garden is exploding. They have way too many vegetables. They're just trying to give them away. So Alex had several big pieces of squash, but he had a ton of cucumbers that he was like, would you guys use them? Please take them. So I took a bunch and brought them back. And of course, Ame is also into vegetables, so I was like, we can go through them. And then I watched one of his videos tonight after I got off work, and I went shopping for the simple ingredients and just decided to make it tonight. And it was amazing. Made a big batch of it. Sliced cucumbers, sliced red onions, Caesar salad dressing, bacon bits, Parmesan cheese. And he always uses MSG in the videos, but you can't just get that in the store. So I just did salt and pepper for seasoning. And then I thought I had some of the canned chicken from Costco, but it was tuna, so I didn't use that. But if you added that shredded canned chicken that you can get at Costco to it, it would just be a perfect summer party dish to bring, or Super Bowl party. Super friggin' healthy. Oh my God, there was almost 0 carbs in it. And then half of a fresh squeezed lemon. So yes, it's cucumbers, red onion, Caesar dressing, bacon bits, shredded or sliced Parmesan, fresh squeezed lemon, bacon bits, and I might have already said that, and the shredded chicken, and you just fucking toss it. Oh my God, it was amazing. And salt and pepper, or MSG. Yeah, and made up a big batch, stored some for food prep. But yeah, it tasted really good. And there is something about, look, I'm a glutton just like everybody else is. I love to go to Olive Garden, or just a great Italian meal with pasta and breadsticks, or pizza or hamburgers and french fries. I love that stuff. But there is something about using fresh veggies and lean protein sources, and just something that has the flavor just explodes in your mouth, but it's also healthy, so it's guilt-free. Yeah, I could just crush several plates of that stuff, and it was amazing. So thank you, Natasha, for the tip, and I'm trying to share it with everybody. What else? So anyway, the point was, and Natasha, already I can tell she's just happy to. She had to get out of her place, so I can tell she's really happy and grateful that Chris and Alex had a place for her to stay in, and she's an amazing person. So it's cool that we could all help her out. And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, me and Alex playing guitar was amazing, and he basically just said, "Look, send me links to the songs that you're comfortable playing and singing, and I will come up with a lead off it." So I just need to give him time to practice, because he's much better at doing the riffing than I am. I just do campfire, strum the chords. So yeah, that was awesome. In fact, I'm gonna play after I stop here, because I pretty much play every day. Oh, and again, a big shout out to Brenda Larson. I talked about her in the last podcast, but we have been in touch. She is interested in doing the podcast, so I think that's going to happen eventually. I know she's busy, but that was a super big honor to have her play my guitar. And again, I said it. God, she made my guitar sound so much better than I do. Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to make you suffer through that. Oh, the only thing I will say is a shout out to Jeremy Green, my coworker at Costco, because he does some amazing little guitar riffs on his electric guitar. So I appreciate that stuff, dude, and I am watching it. So let's go that. No, let's do something different. Oh, you took my hand, you showed me how, you promised me you'd be around. That's right. Gotta love some Pink. All right, I'm not gonna make you all suffer through that. I am practicing almost every day and getting very close to booking some shows, but nobody cares about that. I don't know why I mentioned it. But yeah, a lot of good things happening. Shout outs to Pam, to Alex and Steven, to Haley and Steven, to Brady, to Jason and Gwen. The grandbabies are amazing, and I include Garrett and Kaylee's grandbaby Levi in that. It's super cool to have the latest additions to the family in our lives. They are amazing, and it's a gift. So I will check in. I promise I won't. Well, I can't promise, but hopefully I won't post again until I actually have a guest. Sorry, I'm burping up cucumber right there. But anyway, I will try not to do another solo podcast because they're so tedious. Foo Fighters rock. Kenny Chesney rules. Tom Brady is the man. All right, love you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other.